Wanted to tell you a story about a awkward conversation that I had with a prospective client yesterday. So I'm talking to this guy about insurance and investments and what I do, and he says to me, he says, "I don't believe in investing. I just want to spend my money and live for today." And I said, "Hey, no problem. That sounds like a great idea if you can do it. Um, but at some point you're going to have to recognize that you can't work forever, and you're going to need to have something in place to kind of take care of yourself." He says to me, "No, that's not up to me. Um, I could die tomorrow, and I want to make sure that I have a good life now. And I don't believe in investing, and I don't believe in planning." And so I probed a little bit with him and started to realize that it wasn't that this guy was delusional, which, I sometimes have those conversations with people who are just delusional. It was that he honestly did not feel like um, saving money was a sound financial decision. He told me stories about being an immigrant to this country and seeing war in other countries and how people lose everything, and that there's nothing that the government can do to prevent that, and a whole bunch of other things. And I started to realize that the life experience that this individual had had up to this point did not support the idea that tomorrow was going to happen at all. Tomorrow is not a certainty for anyone, but when you go through life thinking that it could all end in an instant, there's no incentive to do any kind of planning. So the more I talked to this guy, the more I started to understand that, I started to realize as well that he had no confidence not only in the system worldwide, but specifically in Canada. He was talking about things like universal education from countries where he's been, saying that education is a universal right, that the fact that we have to pay for education, or post-secondary education at least, in Canada is wrong, saying that the social safety net that we do have here is insufficient, and those kinds of comments. And he may have a point. That doesn't change the fact that the philosophy here in Canada is that you kind of have to contribute your own resources to your future. The government is not Big Brother. Well, depends how you define Big Brother, I guess. The government is not your safety net. They're not there to protect you from yourself. They're there to protect you from bad situations, unforeseen losses, but they're not there to be your safety net from just poor planning. So after a while, I kind of ended the conversation because I realized it wasn't going anywhere. But the individual had some pretty entrenched ideas about the way the world works and the way the world should work that simply do not align with the way the financial system, at least in Canada, is designed to work. Number one, you are kind of on your own when it comes to retirement planning, investment planning, and even disability planning. If you want to have a better life, you have to invest in it yourself. His concerns around the banking system and around war and potential losses and that were completely unfounded, in my opinion, based on incomplete and wrong information from foreign countries and life experience outside of Canada. We have a very robust banking system here that is designed to protect you and protect itself from catastrophic losses. So the fact that you could lose everything in war simply doesn't exist here. My air conditioner just kicked in, so I'm going to have to cut this short. But that was my experience from that conversation yesterday. Have a good one.